So, I actually watched this guy come back from injury as Real Madrid played Elche at the weekend. I was watching that with my dad and he looked fine, bro. But today, the worst happened. Hazard is injured again. That's his 11th injury in 2 years, bro. That's more than he ever had at Chelsea in 7 years. And he's missed 50 games because of that. A player so expensive shouldn't miss so many games, but obviously, he's somewhat unfortunate, but in many reasons, he's done this to himself, and I'm going to explain why. Zidane today came out and said that there's something seriously wrong going on with Hazard. And you never see a manager like Zidane come out and say that. I mean, he hopes that he's going to be fine, but we all know that there's something wrong. And at Chelsea, he was never ever injured like this, even though he was one of the most fouled players in the Premier League. And now it's 11 injuries, and I wanted to find out exactly what is going on. And I found this. So according to this physiotherapist, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, there are 6 possible reasons as to why this is happening. They all tie in together, so I'm not going to list them 1 to 6. I'm just going to link all of them up and tell you guys. But before I do that, not too long ago, a few weeks ago, I made this video about Hazard and how he should come back to Chelsea. And within that video, I found evidence that this Real Madrid doctor said that although his injuries are not something of a concern right now, they are reoccurring and it is going to affect Hazard long term. So it seems like it might be worse than what he said. Now going back to the physiotherapist, he says that bad habits, inconsistent fitness levels ended up messing up his body, and now that he's at the age of 30, he can't recover from that. If you remember, a few months ago I made this video, and I'm actually going to place a little card right here, and I'm going to also add it at the end of the video so you guys can click and watch that. I go into more detail as to why Eden Hazard wasn't taking this Real Madrid move seriously, but let's just say that bad diet, eating cheeseburgers and so on and so forth is one of the main reasons why he didn't take the move seriously, and now it's catching up to him. Although I'm a big Eden Hazard fan, it just seems like he's still not doing the right things off the pitch. You can't eat cheeseburgers, not train hard, and expect to stay sharp. But having said all of that, some of the other reasons go hand in hand with what Neymar is also going through. You see, players like Neymar and Hazard, their whole career has been about taking on other players. I mean, they've been the electric wingers, right? But that is catching up to them, because when you're young you can recover quick, but at the age of 30 I mean, your body is already beaten up, and because of the way you play, you're also not allowing it time to heal either. And if you do more bad stuff off the pitch, such as a bad diet, then I mean, you're kind of done for. And to be out 11 times for weeks on end, man, I'm not sure where that leaves his body, bro, because that must be so crazy to keep going up, down, you know, train for a match, then train to heal from an injury. It must be so exhausting. So I'm thinking that Hazard should take a long break off, like a year or so, and get all the help that he needs, condition his body, and start from scratch. NBA players do that a lot, guys. I mean, if the injuries keep happening and happening again, they'll take more time off than they were usually suggested to do so, sacrifice the season, and come back the next one better. I mean, it's pretty simple and it works. Obviously, that's not something that you want to do because you only get a few limited years of playing football at a top level. But, I mean, at this rate, you're not going to play a lot more. So I do think that Hazard should do the same thing. No point forcing a comeback and going through this again and again. And that's why the greatest of the greatest, people like Cristiano Ronaldo, people like LeBron James, even from the NBA, that's why you see articles of them spending millions in their bodies. That's why they're so good at their age. That makes a difference. As always, this was your boy G Alex. Catch you in the next one, and I'm out.